Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about waking up at 3 a.m. and not eating for 12 hours straight. Those are the realities of being a startup entrepreneur, of starting a business, and doing anything with regards to starting off as an entrepreneur. I see pictures on social media and other entrepreneurs will portray this entrepreneurial lifestyle as lounging on a beach, going on these lavish vacations, wearing a $10,000 watch, driving a $200,000 sports car. And although those things are true once you've been in business for probably at least 10 years, when you're starting a business or starting out as an entrepreneur, life is definitely different than that. When I was first starting my online businesses, there were many mornings in which I woke up at 3 in the morning to start working before everybody else did. And the reason that I woke up that early was simply because if you want to work effectively and productively and get a lot of stuff done, you can't be interrupted with everybody else being awake. You can't be interrupted because when everybody else is awake, that's when sort of the real life starts. And you got to work before this real life starts. So you got to work before you head to work if you have a full-time job, before everyone else heads to work and the roads get congested. You got to start working before everybody else wakes up, before the emails start getting sent. You got to start working before everybody else starts working. There were also many nights in which I stayed up till 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., solving problems with the business and working on business-related stuff. And those were late nights. Lots of coffee was consumed during those late nights. Okay? There were times in which I felt absolutely starving, but what happens is you keep working through the hunger pains until you just don't think about the hunger anymore, or until you're done the task. So either you just get through the pains and you don't think about the hunger anymore, or you finish the task and then that's when you sort of give yourself permission to eat as an entrepreneur. Those are the realities of starting a business, of starting out as an entrepreneur. And the truth of the matter, though, is that I'm not trying to tell you that it's a bad thing, because I actually have the benefit of being in both situations. I'm an entrepreneur on nights and weekends, and I work a full-time job. So I sort of see both perspectives, okay? And I'm not trying to tell you being an entrepreneur is a bad thing, because I absolutely love it. It's a great, amazing thing, and those late nights, early mornings, and depriving yourself of these pretty much natural bodily things like eating, those times give you a sensation like no other, because you're working for yourself. You're creating your own destiny. You're building financial independence. But the thing is, you don't enjoy the fruits of your labor, like the actual $10,000 watch, driving the $200,000 sports car, and so forth, until you've been in business for probably over 10 years. And that's simply because you're so dedicated to building the business, and if you're running a business properly, you're probably reinvesting the majority of the time and money into the business to grow it to be even larger. So you don't get to see those social media portrayals until you've been in business for a long time, okay? And with that being said, if you've been in business for 10 years, you know that you've put in a ton of work into that business. And although it seems like you're living this amazing lifestyle, you were probably working 80, 90 hours a week the 10 years leading up to that lifestyle. So it's almost like you're taking an early retirement, basically, because you've already worked a career's worth of hours in basically 10 years. So I'm just making this video to tell you about the reality of starting a business. The reality of starting a business. I'm not making this video to tell you that it's bad. All of these things are bad, because to be honest with you, there are some nights, and I've been in business for many years now, so I don't have to pull those, 3 a.m. wake-up calls and 5 a.m. bedtime, going to bed at 5 a.m. I don't have to pull them often anymore, but I do have to, go through them from time to time with things that have to do with business, and it gives me that sensation, that nostalgia of starting the business, and it feels so amazing because you know that you're making a difference for yourself by creating your own destiny, developing an extraordinary lifestyle, building financial independence, and growing your business. So with that being said, I'm not trying to say it's a bad thing. I'm just trying to give you the reality of what it actually is. Okay? If you want to get into business, I applaud you. Go for it. I'll tell you right now, it's going to be super duper hard to have a successful business, but you will not regret those 3 a.m. nights. You will not regret those 5 a.m. nights, those 3 a.m. mornings, and so forth. You will not regret those times. And when you build that business and it's successful and you have that financial independence, you have that business that's worth money, you have that asset on your hands, you have that extraordinary lifestyle that you've earned, I'll tell you right now, it's a feeling like no other. And it's totally worth it. So I'm here to tell you that it's going to be hard work, but it's totally worth it. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.